Good afternoon. Please silence your cell phones. If you need to step out for any reason, please do so from the side rear door. Also, we ask that you remain at your seats for the duration of the program. Staff photographers will be capturing the students, and these photos will be made available to them. Please do not approach the stage. If you would please stand as you are able, our ceremony will begin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Karen Giddens. I am the program director for the Medical Laboratory Science program, and I would like to ask you now to please silence your phones. If you need to step out for any reason, please do so from the rear door, and also ask that you remain at your seats for the duration of this program. May I all sit down? Welcome to the Georgia campus of the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine's Medical Lab Science program. I'm glad that everyone has joined us today for the 2026 White Coat and Pinning Ceremony. As I mentioned, my name is Karen Giddens. I am the program director for the Medical Laboratory Science program, and I would like to thank you all for joining us here today to celebrate our 2026 graduates' accomplishments, as today is a very special day, an important day for all of them. I would also like to thank our graduates for trusting and choosing PCOM to educate your minds and prepare you to embark upon your new careers. I hope that we have provided you with the tools to reach your dreams and your goals. As you embark on your new careers, I want to encourage you to remember this day and remember the feeling of accomplishment, pride, and never forget your love for the profession and medical lab science. There's going to be days when you feel very overwhelmed, very defeated, and very unappreciated. Remember that there isn't a single patient that walks through the doors of your future employer, whether it be a hospital, a reference lab, or anywhere in this country, that isn't touched by the work that we all perform. From the mother-to-be to the cancer patient, or even someone coming for a routine checkup, you, as medical lab scientists, play a very pivotal role in advancing health and transforming the lives. Always remember that you make a difference. Remember this day as you enter the lab profession, as you progress in your career, you're going to be trainers, educators, mentors, and above all, a medical laboratory scientist. Remember to show grace and be forgiving. Provide encouragement to those that you mentor, the students that come behind you. Respect diverse perspectives and be knowledgeable and provide constructive feedback. Remember to show empathy and compassion as you enter the laboratory. And remember that everyone is having a day. I think all of us have had a day at one point in time over the last 2 years. Some days are going to be good, some days are going to be chaos, but always remember to be kind. Remember to be professional, to be courteous, show integrity, display altruism, and provide excellence, and always remember to show continuous improvement. Remember that we are part of an ever-changing, constantly evolving profession that changes rapidly with scientific breakthroughs in both technology and testing, and be committed to continuous education and open to that change. At this time, I would like to introduce Jeremiah O., Assistant Professor for the Medical Laboratory Science Program, who will provide the purpose of our white coat. Jeremiah?
As we are joined here today, I want to reflect on our own medical care. The professionals that we encounter on our visits, or maybe while visiting a loved one, are often wearing the white coat. The meaning behind the coat involves the vision of education, professionalism, and a transition from knowledge to practice. The coat is a symbol of dedication to professional practice, as well as a dedication to providing excellence in patient care. Professionalism and scientific rigor. The white coat, often worn by medical professionals and laboratory scientists, has historical roots in the late 1800s. It has become a symbol of scientific authority and professionalism as medicine transitioned to a more scientific approach. Ethical commitment. The white coat ceremony, a tradition in many medical and laboratory programs, symbolizes a student's commitment to ethical patient care and the oath they take to provide the highest standards of care. Trust and caring. The white coat also represents the trust and caring that medical professionals must earn from patients. Seeing someone in a white coat can be a reassurance for patients, indicating expertise and a commitment to their well-being. And finally, cleanliness and purity. Historically, the white coat was also associated with cleanliness and purity, essential qualities in the scientific and medical fields. As each of our graduates are presented with their coats, this signifies the end of their formal education journey to the beginning of their journey as a practicing laboratory scientist. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for. We will proceed with the presentation of the white coats. As each graduate's name is called, please come forward to receive your white coat. Friends and family, please hold your applause until all graduates have been coated. Will the class of 2026 please rise and approach the front of the stage? As your name is called, please walk across the stage and stand in front of me and then stop to receive your pin from Miss Giddens. Friends and family, please join me in a round of applause for the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine Medical Laboratory Science graduating class of 2026.
Madison Beatty. Nelson Wade. Mackenzie Kahn.
Noemi Gomez.
Kimberly Lacey. Abraham Tadesse. Eleanor Husser. Leslie Walden. Emily Skelton. Janesia Ochonogor. Rowan Medeber. Essence Hill.
Graduates, I hope that you will give your family and friends special thanks for being at your side through your journey. While you have made strides and sacrifices along the way, remember the love and compassion, the empathy, the service and support that your family and that your friends provided you along the way. At this time, I would like for all of us to do the pledge to the profession. In the Pledge to the Profession for Medical Laboratory Science, it was established through the American Society for Clinical Laboratory Science, and it commits professionals to putting patient welfare first, maintaining high standards of patient practice, and ensuring accurate and ethical healthcare. I'm going to read the following excerpt from the American Society for Clinical Laboratory Science, and then I will prompt all of you to recite the pledge to the profession. First, we have a duty to the patient. Medical laboratory professionals' primary duty is to our patients that we serve, placing the welfare of the patient above our own needs and desires, and ensuring that each of our patients receives the highest quality of care according to the current standards of practice, high quality laboratory, and patient-centered. Medical laboratory professionals work with all patients and all patient samples without regard to their disease state, whether there is ethnic or religious or racial background, or even their sexual orientation. Medical laboratory professionals prevent and avoid conflicts of interest that undermine the best interest of our patients. Medical laboratory professionals are accountable for the quality and integrity of the laboratory services that we provide. This obligation includes maintaining the highest level of individual competence as patient needs will change, yet practicing within the limits of our level of practice. We also exercise sound judgment in all aspects of laboratory service. We also use safeguards and protect our patients from others' incompetent or illegal practice through identification and the appropriate reporting of instances where integrity and high quality of lab services have been breached. We maintain strict confidentiality of patient information and test results, and safeguard the dignity and privacy of our patients and provide accurate information to patients and other healthcare professions. We also respect patients' rights to make decisions regarding our own medical care. The second is a duty to colleagues in the profession. Medical laboratory professionals uphold the dignity and respect of the profession and maintain a reputation of honesty, integrity, competence, and reliability. Medical lab professionals contribute to the advancement of the profession by improving and disseminating the body of knowledge, adopting scientific advances that benefit the patient, maintaining high standards of practice and education, and seek fair socioeconomic working conditions for the members of our society and the profession that we serve. Medical laboratory professionals accept the responsibility to establish the qualifications for entry to the profession, to implement those qualifications through participation in licensing and certification programs, to uphold those qualifications in hiring practices, and to recruit and educate students in accredited programs to achieve those qualifications. Medical laboratory professionals establish cooperative, honest, and respectful working relationships within the clinical laboratory and with all members of the healthcare team, with the primary objective of ensuring a high standard of care for the patients that we serve. And finally, as a duty to our society, as practitioners of an autonomous profession, medical laboratory professionals have the responsibility to contribute from their sphere of professional competence competence to the general well-being of society. We serve as patient advocates. They apply their expertise to improve patient healthcare outcomes by eliminating barriers to access laboratory services and by promoting equitable distribution of healthcare services. Medical laboratory professionals comply with relevant laws and regulations as they pertain to the practice of clinical laboratory science and actively seek to change those laws and regulations that do not meet the high standards of care and practice. Graduates, will you please rise? You are about to affirm your commitment to the principles that will guide your professional lives. Please raise your right hands and repeat after me. As a medical laboratory professional, I pledge to uphold my duty to patients, the profession, and the society. As a medical laboratory professional, I pledge to uphold my duty to patients, the profession, and the society. By placing patients' welfare above my own needs and desires. By ensuring that each patient receives care that is safe, effective, efficient, timely, equitable, and patient-centered. By ensuring that each patient receives care that is safe, effective, efficient, timely, equitable, and patient-centered. By maintaining dignity and respect for my profession. By maintaining the dignity and respect for my profession. By promoting the advancement of my profession. By promoting the advancement of my profession. By ensuring collegial relationships within the clinical laboratory and with other patient care providers. By ensuring collegial relationships within the clinical laboratory and with other patient care providers. By improving access to laboratory services. By improving access to laboratory services. And by promoting equitable distribution of healthcare resources. By promoting equitable distribution of healthcare resources. By complying with laws and regulations and protecting patients from others' incompetent or illegal practice. By complying with laws and regulations and protecting patients from others' incompetent or illegal practice. And by changing conditions where necessary to advance the best interest of our patients. By changing conditions where necessary to advance the best interests of patients. Congratulations. It's over. It's official. You are now medical laboratory scientists. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. Very proud. You may all be seated. At this time, I am going to induct the members into the Honor Society through the induction to our Lambda Tau address. The Lambda Tau Medical Laboratory Honor Society was chartered by the American Society for Clinical Laboratory Science, and it promotes high standards of excellence in academics, encourages research, builds professional character, and fosters unity among students entering the diagnostic laboratory profession. It is my privilege as the program director of the Master of Science in Medical Laboratory Science program here at PCOM Georgia to open the inaugural induction of the Psi Gamma chapter of the Lambda Tau Medical Laboratory Honor Society. This is a first for us. Psi Gamma is a new chapter. It's chartered this year, and every one of you being inducted today is a founding member. The names read this evening are going to be the names that this chapter will be built upon. Lambda Tau exists to recognize something that does not always announce itself: excellence. Excellence in a profession that works by design. Out of the view, medical laboratory scientists are rarely at the bedside. Patients seldom learn our names. And yet, an estimated 7 out of every 10 medical decisions, approximately 70% of all medical decisions, were derived from the results that you and I report. This is precision. It is not a preference in our field. It is a duty that we owe to the people that we serve, those same people that we may never meet. The society you joined tonight was founded to honor the students who meet that duty at the highest level. Its charge is to develop unity among those entering our discipline, to hold up higher ideals of scholarship and professional excellence, to encourage inquiry and research, and to cultivate character and ethical practice. You were selected because you are already someone that embodies these ideals, not because today asks you to begin. Let me speak to you directly. You earned your place here through the work that was often quiet and rarely convenient. All of you have made sacrifices. The hours that you spent troubleshooting an assay that maybe didn't want to behave or calibrate the first time. The calibration checked once more before you actually trusted a result, maybe even rerunning that QC. The difference you learned to see between a value is that it is merely reported and one that is truly right. That discipline is what we honor. It is also what we're asking you to carry forward after today. Membership in Lambda Tau is a recognition, but it is also a responsibility. It asks you to hold your standards steady when no one is watching, because in this profession, most of the time, no one is. I want you to mentor the students who come after you, to defend the integrity of the result against every pressure, to compromise it, and to present this profession with the seriousness that it deserves. An honor society is not a trophy shelf. It is a commitment that is renewed each day that you enter the lab, each day that you clock in, each day that you run a test, each day that you result those results to the provider. As you leave this ceremony today, I ask you to carry with you 3 things. The first is rigor. Never let a result out the door that you would not stake your name on. Even though we result things digitally, think about if you had to sign that piece of paper, would you truly stand behind those results? Never let one go past. Generosity. This profession grew you, and it is now your job to, in turn, grow the next generation. And pride, the quiet, durable kind that comes from knowing your work matters, even when it is unseen. You are the founding member of Psi Gamma. Chapters that follow will read your names as the beginning and let them find, according to the standard you set today, something worth living up to. It is now my honor to welcome you formally into the Psi Gamma chapter of the Lambda Tau Medical Laboratory Honor Society. As I read your name, please come forward. The certificates. As I read your name, come forward to get your certificate, and Professor O is going to pin each of you. Mackenzie Kahn. Eleanor Harrison. Essence Hill. Kimberly Lacey. Janicia Okanoger. Emily Skelton. Abraham Tedeschi. Nelson Wade. And Leslie Walden. By the authority vested in this chapter under its charter, with the pride of your program and your faculty, I now declare you inducted members of Lambda Tau. Congratulations. We're now going to move on to our awards. It's now time for the presentation of awards. With our first award, I would like to recognize our admissions department ambassadors for our MLS program. Please join me up front as I call your name. Essence Hill. Eleanor Harrison. Janicia Okanoger. And Leslie Walden. Thank you all for the dedication that you've shown, balancing rigorous studies while still making time to help us recruit our future students, serving as mentors for incoming students, and providing service as campus guides. It's truly been commendable, and I've seen firsthand how hard you work to chase your dreams of becoming a medical laboratory scientist, and I want you to know how deeply appreciated that you are in the role that you've served in this profession and for this program. It is invaluable, and I would like to present you with that certificate of service and commend you for the service that you provided to our program. Thank you. Our next award is our Clinical Excellence Award. This award recognizes the graduate who demonstrated exceptional skill, accuracy, and judgment at the bench during their clinical practicum. This is not simply about knowing the right answer. It's about the student who performed under pressure, who was able to troubleshoot the instrument when the results didn't make sense, who caught those discrepancies that others might have missed, and who carried themselves with the precision and care that patients will never see but always depend on. This year's recipient distinguished themselves across every rotation. These are some of the comments that were received by their preceptors. From the core lab manager, after finishing the second week in chemistry, I've asked them to apply here. They were a wonderful student and had them complete a lot of work in blood bank, excelling at every turn. From that particular blood bank supervisor, they were a wonderful student and very patient during a few stressful times. They took initiative, performing duties through the blood bank. If the opportunity presents, I would love for this student to be part of the team. From the micro supervisor, that same student being excellent microbiology student who consistently demonstrates strong analytic skills, confidence, professionalism, and great clinical judgment. From the hematology supervisor, they said that the same student has completed hematology and enjoyed having them, and I want to have them work here. They embodied what it means to be a laboratory professional, quietly excellent, relentlessly accurate, and trusted by everyone who worked beside them. It is my honor to present the Clinical Excellence Award to Abraham Tedeschi. Next is our Preceptor's Choice Award. Sometimes recognition comes from a rubric, but in this case, it came from the people who worked shoulder to shoulder with our students, day after day at the bench, our clinical preceptors. And those preceptors, their choice award is selected by the professionals who trained our graduates in the real laboratory. And it's an honor the student that they would most want to hire is going to be given this award. To trust with critical results and to call their colleague. This award reflects more than just a technical skill. It reflects reliability, humility, and a willingness to learn, and the kind of character that makes a laboratory run well. When our preceptors were asked who stood out, this graduate's name came back again and again. Some of the things that they told us were that this person was a vital part of their hospital team, continuing to exceed expectations through both the work ethic and attitude, always willing to step in and help others, no matter how busy their own workload may be, whether assisting colleagues or supporting new team members or ensuring the processes run smoothly. They have demonstrated a level of teamwork and reliability that truly sets them apart. One of their most remarkable qualities was the positive attitude in a fast-paced and often high-pressured environment. Remains upbeat, encouraging, and professional. Positivity not only helps create a better work environment, but also has a direct impact on team morale. This same student approaches every task with a can-do mindset, which inspires those around them to do the same. Beyond their technical responsibilities, blank student consistently shows compassion, initiative, and a genuine willingness to contribute wherever they are needed. They do not simply complete their duties, they elevate the entire team through their actions. The same student embodies excellence, teamwork, and dedication, and truly represents what it means to go above and beyond every day, consistently demonstrating exceptional attention to detail and accuracy. And the list goes on and on. Their second shift teammates consistently praise the work ethic and speak of their reliability, their positivity during high volume shifts, and the willingness to step in wherever it's needed. 3.5 pages of comments about this particular student. Chosen by those who know them best, the Preceptor's Choice Award goes to Leslie Walden. Our next award is the Dean's Choice Award. This is one of the highest academic distinctions that we confer in the Medical Laboratory Science program, the Dean's Choice Award. This award honors the graduate who has achieved the highest cumulative grade point average across the entirety of the MLS curriculum. It represents not a single moment of excellence, but is a sustained commitment. The sustained commitment to rigor, discipline, and mastery maintained through every single course, every laboratory rotation, and every challenge this program has placed before our students. The academic achievement of this caliber reflects far more than intelligence. It reflects consistency under pressure, intellectual curiosity, and the kind of precision that will define this graduate's work at the bench and in the laboratories that they will one day lead. It is my privilege to call Dr. Brian Mann, the Dean of the School of Health and Professional Studies, to the stage and present the Dean's Choice Award for the highest academic achievement to Emily Skelton. And our final award of the afternoon is the Director's Award of Excellence. This award honors a graduate who distinguished themselves not through a single metric, but through the totality of their contribution, academic excellence, professional maturity, and a genuine commitment to advancing the science and practice of medical laboratory science. This person brought real-world insight, elevated our discussions, and consistently demonstrated the judgment, the integrity, and the leadership that define an exceptional laboratory professional. It is one thing to meet the expectations. It is a completely different story when we embody that standard that we hope every graduate will carry forward. This graduate did exactly that. As program director, it is my distinct honor to present the Program Director's Award for Excellence to Noemi Gomez Vaca. Noemi would like to impart a few words of wisdom and address our pre-professional graduates. For those of you that are not aware, Noemi is our post-professional graduate for this program. So you've seen her in some of your classes. She's from Oregon, and this is the first time coming to campus and introducing her to everyone. So would you like to impart your speech and wisdom?
All right. My name's Noemi, and I'm happy to be joining you from the West Coast today. Elated for the chance to meet you all and grateful for the opportunity to provide some welcoming words as you're ushered into the field of laboratory medicine. I'll start with a bit of exciting news about myself and a humble brag. As it were, just recently, as in a week ago, my role changed to chemistry technical specialist at Peace Health Reference Lab. Now I'm in charge of overseeing the entire chemistry department of the lab. This is the latest in my roles in the medical lab field, starting out as a phlebotomist, following into lab assistant. From there, I moved to technical lab assistant, then generalist MLS up till now. In my experience, people outside of the laboratory have difficulty understanding just how important the lab is to their overall experience with healthcare. There is an inherent lack of recognition in comparison to gratitude you may see people express to their doctors, their nurses, or other healthcare staff that is outwardly seen during their care. Most individuals have no idea what we do. It's hard for us to describe to people what our job is with common knowledge. Be prepared for people to ask you what your degree is and if it's something like a nurse. This is when I usually chuckle and I say, no, followed by words with, you know, when you get your blood collected or your urine's in a cup? Yeah, that comes to me. And then I run things on it, do testing, and if there's a critical problem, I reach out to your physician and then your care team to help them get you treatment. People usually give me a look like, oh, I guess someone does have to do that. I thought it was machines or the doctor. But don't ever let that conversation discourage you from the knowledge you have learned and what you have accomplished. As lab techs, we sometimes are the first people to find a critical condition or pattern of disease in a patient. And we can be the difference of them getting treatment on time or not. Many of you will start as generalists, and I recommend you learn everything about workflows and departments in these generalist positions because it is where a large growth of your working knowledge can occur. You will learn how to work well in the middle of chaos and learn that when it's a quiet day, you don't say it's a quiet day. You may sometimes be the phlebotomist, especially if you are in a rural hospital setting where you may be the only lab staff on that shift. Sometimes it will feel like you are an engineer when your analyzer decides that it's not going to work today. There's no backup instrument, so you have to think of what to do and what takes priority on your shift. You will get adrenaline rushes when responding to critical situations. You will sometimes see things that are sad. And though you're not sitting bedside, you understand that the patient's treatment and outcome is based on your ability to provide quality results in a timely manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Noemi, for those words. Please give another round of applause to the graduates who received their white coat, as well as to those who received awards. At this time, I would like to introduce the Dean of the School of Health Professions and Sciences to the stage for some closing remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Giddens, and really a congratulations to all of our graduates here. Before I move on, I want you guys to stand up and turn around and face your families and say thank you to them for this massive support that they've given you. Today, I want to extend my warmest congratulations to all of you. Today is not just an acknowledgement of your achievements, but a profound recognition of the responsibility that you're about to embrace. You've heard from one of our post-professional graduates. The path ahead will be challenging, but it will also be incredibly rewarding. Remember the significance of this day and trust, and all of the trust that's been placed in you. We'd love to thank our dedicated, and there's no doubt, our dedicated faculty and staff that run this program. It's faculty and staff, by the way, if anyone hasn't figured it out. And all of your family members, which we've just acknowledged in their special celebration today for your support, and it's absolutely invaluable. I can't say enough about you. Every word I heard Ms. Giddens say just filled my heart with joy. I can't wait to see what you do. I've already seen the news feeds, all kinds of things about your class. Absolutely incredible. So I wish you all the best, and I congratulate you on this milestone, and go out and be great. Remember, you are where you're supposed to be today. Thank you for joining us today, and I will let Ms. Giddens close us out.
Thank you, Dr. Mann. This concludes our white coat ceremony, and it concludes your journey. Thank you for sharing this important event with us today. Please remain seated until the faculty and students have completed the recessional.